Welcome to Credit Union Secrets. How to get approved for high-limit credit cards even with imperfect credit. Discover the member-owned financial institutions that say yes when big banks say no, and unlock the credit limits that change your financial life. This course is made for anyone who has been denied credit by traditional banks, has limited credit history, is rebuilding after financial hardship, or wants higher credit limits without the gatekeeping of major financial institutions, and by the end you'll have real, practical skills you can use right away. We'll move through 4 modules together. Let's get started. Module 1. Module 1. Understanding credit unions and why they're different. Explain clearly how credit unions operate differently from banks and why that difference gives everyday people a significant credit advantage. Here's something most people never learn in school. Not all financial institutions play by the same rules. When you walk into a big bank and apply for a credit card, that bank is working for its shareholders, not for you. But a credit union, that's a whole different animal. Credit unions are member-owned, which means when you join, you're actually a part owner. That changes how they treat you. They're not trying to squeeze profit out of every decision. They're trying to serve their members. And that's exactly why people who get rejected by Chase or Bank of America often get approved at credit unions with surprisingly generous limits. Picture 2 people applying for the same credit card, same income, same credit score. One applies at a big national bank, the other at a local credit union. The bank spits out an automatic denial in 30 seconds. The algorithm saw a late payment and that was it. But at the credit union, someone actually looks at the file. They see the late payment, sure, but they also see 2 years of perfect payment history since then. They see a stable job. They see that this person has been a member for 3 years. And they approve it. That's the human factor, and it's one of the most underrated advantages credit unions have to offer. One of the biggest myths about credit unions is that you can't join unless you work for a specific company or live in a tiny geographic area. That used to be mostly true, but the landscape has shifted dramatically. Today, there are credit unions with open charters that will accept pretty much anyone in the country. Sometimes all you have to do is make a small $5 or $10 donation to a partner charity and boom, you're eligible for membership. Once you're a member, you have full access to their products, including their credit cards. So the barrier to entry? Much lower than most people think. Module 2. Module 2. Finding and evaluating the right credit unions for your situation. Identify, research, and evaluate specific credit unions based on approval flexibility, credit limit generosity, and membership accessibility. Not all credit unions are equal when it comes to who they'll approve and at what limit. So rather than throwing applications at every credit union you can find, which just racks up hard inquiries, you want to be strategic. There are really 5 buckets worth focusing on. Credit unions built specifically for underserved communities. Ones with wide open membership. Ones that focus on member relationships. Ones with secured cards that grow into real credit lines. And tech-forward credit unions using modern approval models. Figure out where you fall on the credit spectrum right now, and then you can match yourself to the right type. That targeting approach is what separates people who get approved from people who just collect rejection letters. Before you ever click submit on a credit union application, you want to know as much as possible about what to expect. And I don't just mean reading their website. Marketing copy is always rosy. What you really want is data from real people. Head over to Reddit, search for the credit union's name in the personal finance or credit card communities, and read what actual members say. Someone might have posted 6 months ago that they got approved with a 615 score and a $5,000 limit. That's gold. You also want to know if they offer pre-qualification with a soft pull, because that way you can check your odds without it affecting your credit score at all. Do your homework first. Apply second. Here's a trap a lot of people fall into. They get so excited about getting approved at a credit union that they don't actually look at the card terms. And then they end up with a card that has a $1,500 limit, a 24% interest rate, and no rewards. That's not a win. You want to know before you apply. What's the maximum limit they offer? Is there a clear process to request increases? Does the card report to all 3 bureaus? What's the APRA ceiling? A truly good credit union card should be competitive with what the big banks offer. The main difference is just that the credit union is more willing to give it to you. Set a standard for what you're looking for and don't settle below it. Module 3. Module 3. Optimizing your application for maximum approval odds and credit limits. Prepare your financial profile, application strategy, and timing to maximize both approval probability and the starting credit limit offered. This strategy is one that separates people who get mediocre results from people who get spectacular ones. Before you apply for a credit card at a credit union, become a real member first. Open a savings account, maybe a checking account. Set up even a small direct deposit. Use the account for a few months, because here's what happens behind the scenes. The underwriter or loan officer who reviews your credit card application can see your deposit history. They can see that you've been a reliable, active member. That internal relationship data works in your favor in ways that no external credit score improvement can replicate. Give it 3 to 6 months and then apply. Your odds and your limit will both be better. Even though credit unions are more forgiving, you still want to show up looking as strong as possible. Think of it like a job interview. You don't show up in yesterday's clothes just because you heard the interviewer is laid back. You still put your best foot forward. In the 2 to 3 months before you apply, knock your credit card balances down as much as you can. Check your credit reports for errors and dispute anything that shouldn't be there. Don't apply for anything else during that period. And pull together your income documentation because credit unions are much more likely than banks to actually ask for it. Show up prepared and you'll get a better offer. It's that simple. Most people treat a credit application like a passive form. You just fill in the blanks and hope for the best. But there are real decisions you can make that shift the outcome. First, apply mid-month. It sounds small, but it matters. Second, when you report your income, include everything: side hustle income, freelance work, and if you're over 21, household income you have reasonable access to. The regulations actually allow this. Third, when they ask what limit you want, don't lowball yourself. If the card goes up to $15,000, ask for $12,000. You are not being greedy. You are anchoring the conversation. And if you get approved for less than you wanted, call and ask for a reconsideration right then. You have nothing to lose. Module 4. Module 4. Growing your credit limits and leveraging credit union membership long-term. Develop a systematic strategy for increasing credit limits over time, building long-term credit union relationships, and using these accounts as a foundation for overall credit excellence. Getting the card is step 1, but what you really want is to grow that limit over time, because a higher limit means lower utilization, which means a better credit score, which means even better opportunities down the road. Here's the playbook. After 6 to 12 months of on-time payments, call, don't click, call, and ask for a credit limit increase. When you call, have your income information ready. Mention if you've gotten a raise or paid off other debt. Credit unions are remarkably open to these conversations. They're not trying to say no. They want to grow with you as a member. And even if they don't give you everything you ask for, they'll often meet you in the middle. That's still a win. Once you've proven yourself at one credit union, you have the playbook. You know what works, and now you can replicate it. After 12 solid months with your first credit union card, start the process at a second credit union. Open the account, bank with them a few months, then apply. Space things out. Don't apply for 3 new cards in 3 months, because that's a red flag to anyone looking at your report. But over 2 or 3 years, you can build a portfolio of 2 or 3 high-limit credit union cards that together give you tens of thousands of dollars in available credit. At that point, your score reflects someone who is trusted by multiple institutions, and that opens doors to premium bank cards as well. Here's the bigger picture. A credit union isn't just a place to get a credit card. It's a financial institution that can serve you for decades. The people who get the most out of credit union membership are the ones who treat it like a relationship, not a transaction. Pay on time. Keep your accounts healthy. Use their other products when it makes sense. Their auto loan rates are often fantastic, and their mortgages can beat what you'd find at a bank. Some credit unions even offer free financial counseling to members. And over time, when they see that you're a dedicated, responsible member, they come to you with opportunities. That is the real long game, turning a credit card approval into a lifelong financial partnership. And that completes Credit Union Secrets, how to get approved for high-limit credit cards even with imperfect credit. You now have everything you need to put this into practice. Take what you've learned, start applying it today, and keep going. Good luck!